Yeah. Do you have kids?
No, I had a son. He passed away.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. No, it's fine. It was a long time ago. But yeah, so that's where you get DRL tunes from. So I'm DRL 1, and then he was DRL 2, and then when he died, I put Oons on it. So everyone's been rocking my.
Wow, I never knew that.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy that you said it. I'm just opening it up to you, but yeah, I've never really told anybody that either. So yeah,
that's amazing.
So that's what DRL tunes is. You're really like repping my son because really it's all about him and his legacy. So
right.
That's what when he died, that's what I started to really do.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it just took a lot of different directions, and now the DRL tunes thing is everywhere, and it's not even me.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
Ah, man, when you say that, man, it's like I kind of felt something in my heart, because I experienced something, like, I lost a child, but it was in my wife's womb. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She had a ectopic pregnancy.
Yeah,
and
sorry to hear that, bro.
Yeah. So I was looking forward to I'm gonna finally have like my son. I was looking forward to a son. I had a little girl.
Yeah,
I love her to death.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
like, how old was your son?
He was 3. He was 3 years old, and it was unfortunate. But when you try to buy them everything, I wound up buying him a toy, and it was a dog, and then it had a little cord on it to make the dog bark. So when you hit it, it's a chirp chirp.
Yeah.
Well, it got somehow during the night he got up and put it in the bed with him. So as he slept, the cord rolled around in his neck, and then so it got. The dog got wedged in between the wall and the bed. So as he turned, it just got tighter on his neck, and that was it.
Crap.
Yeah, man. It was crazy, bro.
So that's a whole different level than what I experienced. Because I mean, I have, like, honestly, I'm in therapy now just to deal with it because it was something I was looking so forward to.
Yeah.
And have you ever tried therapy back then?
Like,
no,
I'm in therapy now.
Ago.
No, I didn't try it back then. I just got therapy through the Marine Corps now. But I had to take that pain and because really it wasn't really about me. The whole thing, like when you have a child pass away, I thought that the world would kind of open up and have sympathy for the guy. But
that's not how it works.
No, they have sympathy for her.
Yeah.
So I expect her to have sympathy for me. And she didn't. So when I had to take them bullets, so that's the thing about the younger us, the younger me, the younger us. They took a lot of hits to become the older me.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man,
it was crazy.
Unfortunately, somehow society feels like men don't have pain as much when it comes to losing a child, or even especially with miscarriages. It's like that man was just as much invested. Yeah, because you get sick. Woman.
You get sick.
Yeah,
there's stuff that happens with the guys too.
Yeah,
when the mama is going, when that baby's being born, being made.
Right.
So some people get sleepy. Some people they eat a lot. Some people get fat. But you're not gonna tell me that both of y'all ain't going through that pregnancy together.
Oh yeah, we going through it together, man. It's
even if you break her heart, even if you leave her, you'll be somewhere with another chick feeling sick. See, so it's all God's way, and I tell y'all that, like, if y'all got kids and y'all want to hug them tonight one more time, hug them tight, because in a blink of an eye, it was over with. And then I was mad at God for a long time because I was like, well, I'm a good dude. Why would you do this to me? You know what I'm saying? Man. Then you make something so permanent by you killing him. You don't have to kill him. So, but then as my walk with God, that little boy was never mine. He was always God's. Just like y'all, just like children. They don't belong to us. You better do the best you could do to raise them. Right. So that's what I learned through that. But then I wind up, this is me being me, Marine Corps. I found the detective who did my case, right? Years later, I wanted to meet him because they arrested me. They put me in a squad car, took me to jail. Like I did something to my son.
And you already dealing with losing, like,
yes,
okay.
It was crazy. They put me in an interrogation room. They did all this stuff. But that's where God showed up as well, because this guy that I met at my mama's church was a sergeant. And when he saw me, he was like, "What are you doing here?" Like, because I was in the Marine Corps, so people saw me as a different thing.
Right.
He said, "What are you doing here?" And I was like, my son just passed away. I need to get to the hospital. This dude immediately into action, put me in a car, took me to the hospital, but there's stages to it.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get to the hospital now, you know he's in there.
Right.
You're hoping for the best, but you know it's not going to happen.
Right.
So when you go home and your son or your daughter runs up to you, daddy, 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 that's what you're used to. So when they pulled that friggin' curtain back and he wasn't doing that, and he was there, you know, it's like a piece of you just dies in that room with the nurse, my mother, my ex-wife. I was married. She had to go. You know, so then it's me.
Yeah.
And the cop is crying. So
Yeah,
I'm trying to keep it together. The cop is crying, and I'm like, what the fuck? And it's like, he was just here yesterday. But then you go home. Now you go home, there's nothing there. He's not there. The spirit is gone. The family's gone. Everything's gone.
It feels empty.
That's it. So that's 6 years. Remember, I told you it took me 6 years to get out of that.
Yeah.
And I didn't do crack rocks.
Right.
I didn't drink heavily. I put my head down and I said, God, if you want me to keep doing whatever you want me to do, drawing these pictures, whatever, you better make it work.
Right.
Yeah. And he did. And I'm not saying like I made God do anything, but I was at that point like, look.
Everybody got a different relationship with God. You like how you talk is how you talk.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Well, I was direct.
Yeah.
I said, look, when I get to heaven, if you don't send them out, I'll stand in this line with Peter and all this stuff y'all talk about.
Right.
Just send them out so I could just hold them and
right.
So that's all I'm on.
For sure.
So that's why I do it. So when you say DRL tunes, that's what it means.
Yeah.
I'm showing God even down here, like we repping still.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah,
absolutely.
he'd have been 21 last year. He'd have been 21 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, he died when he was 3.
Wow, man.
And I've been doing it the whole time. I ain't even tried to get a job. I said, God, you better keep it going.
Right.
And he does. God is a good God.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
And it's very traumatic. It's spiritual. It's, you still have inspiration and it's getting pushed from it.
Yeah.
Now, when you think in hindsight, do you feel like going through that is a reason why you didn't co-create again?
No. Well, no. What happens is you get on another path. And now I'm an entrepreneur. So now the things become what I fill that space up with.
Right.
So now, and I was blessed. Like, and then now, mind you, bro, like my son died in 2001, right? So he died in July. So July 10th. So that's why every year you see the little baby flying on my page. That's him. So what happened was I'm grieving and I'm like, what's going on? But the same year, 9/11 happens, right? So now I'm from Jersey. So the towers, I'm calling my grandmother, I'm calling everybody.
Right.
So then I'm like, how blessed am I? Not to say you're not blessed, bro, but I got to meet my son for 3 years.
Yeah.
There was people in that tower that had 30-year-olds, 50-year-olds. They had 30 years of memories with their children.
Right.
So I had to like really say, no, it ain't about me.
Right.
It's about others.
Yeah.
So that's where, and that started me on my journey of helping other little kids, because I have about 300 kids. I go to a high school, I go to here.
Yep.
They love it. I draw pictures. So God has sent me my nephew. My nephew was born a couple years after my son passed away. So God really helped me along the way fill this thing that was in me.
Right.
So yeah, I give all the glory to God because I didn't know God either. Like people be like, "Oh, you talk about God?" Yeah, because I'm on the wrath side of God.
Yeah.
I would have been the one to be like, "Yo, open up the ocean and then wait till they there and then put it back on them." I'm one of them. So I'm not going to wash your feet and kiss your ass at all.
Right.
But I'm on God's side. If I hear, I'm that guy.
Yeah.
Because God, He talks to you when He takes something so dear to your heart. So I know there's something, and I knew, I'm just gonna call Him God because I give all the glory.
Yeah.
But that's where the preachers and stuff said my son was.
Right.
So I gotta. What am I gonna do? Say no?
Right.
So yeah, I'm hoping for the best. I hope it's true. I hope all this stuff is true, bro.
Yeah. I'm with you. I appreciate you sharing that too. I mean, because I know that could be, difficult to share. I know it's something you haven't.
I know you'll take care of it, bro.
Oh, yes, sir.
I know you're not going to exploit me.
Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
The Highest Point Podcast. More than a pod, it's a lifestyle.